What is up, my dudes? And that one girl is really kind of weirded out that I'm not on a bike, but I'm talking through my camera. This is BikesBeardsandBrews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we take this one up, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. New videos are coming weekly. You ring that bell, you know when they drop. Let's get the other stuff out of the way. Want to save 10% on a Cardo communicator or save some money on some Beyond Riders gear or on some Hogwarts gear? Then you should definitely check my referral links down below. Want to support me and all my do-gooderness like these cool guys here? Boom! You should become part of the Brew Crew and join the coffee page down below. Want to know why I'm asking you for money? Well, next to those 10,000 Amazon affiliate links that also go to a good cause is a link explaining what I do with your money. Get it? Got it? Cool. Let's move on. Alright guys, so we're about to get started on our next test ride. We've got Anik, who is going to be riding the Road Glide CVO. We got Jerry on the Pan Am ST. We got Dave on the Breakout. We've got Kyle on the Fat Boy. And I will be taking the Lowrider ST. So let's go ahead, fire these bikes up, and get down the road and see how we're feeling.
Let's do this.
Alright, first fire up on this bike. Let's hear it. So I will say with the newer Harleys too, it kind of throws me off. I know other companies do this. Harley didn't until this refresh. You just hit the start button once and the engine starts right up. Before you used to hold it until it started. So I mean that's kind of cool. But all right, let's get riding. All right, so right out of the gate, I rode one of these last year. It was the 131 version. This is the stock 117. Since then, they have updated the hand controls with the newer stuff that like Harley is doing. So everything feels familiar. I like that the analog gauge is higher up, unlike the Fat Boy and stuff where you're trying to look at it off the console. Again, like last year, the foot positioning. You're in this kind of bullfrog position if you're like over 5'5". Overall, it's not a horrible position, especially if like you're bar hopping with this stuff. But if you were doing longer rides, I could definitely see myself putting like forward controls on this just so I could stretch out a little bit more. Last year, it definitely kind of wore on me after a while, and I could see that happening again this time around. But let's get riding a little bit, and then I'm going to check in with the other guys and see how they are liking their bikes. So, hang tight. And Dave's gone.
Wow, this motherfucker moves.
So, needless to say, Dave is digging the Breakout. He just flew right by on us. Dave, how's that feeling for you?
Wow, this moves. This is way better than the Fat Boy. Yes, the forward controls took like a hot second to kind of get used to, but it's actually not bad. I feel like I got this weird stretched out feel, but right now I don't feel like uncomfortable either like I did on the Fat Boy. Yeah, you gotta lean hard into it because it is another fat tire, so taking these turns, it's not happy, but man, this sucker moves.
See, that's weird because I actually had a good time leaning on that. So, it's different people get different experiences, and that's why we're mixing it up like this. And I think that is fantastic. So, Jerry, how are you liking that newer Pan America and Pan America ST versus you had a special, correct? All right, so Jerry doesn't exist anymore. He's gone. Jerry?
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 He's alive. He's behind me.
All right, so Kyle, what are you on right now?
The Fat Boy.
All right, so how are you liking the Fat Boy?
I cannot wait to get off this bike.
Already?
Yeah, it's so... Two things that are like deal breakers for me on the Fat Boy, and this is not something that's like, oh, it's a new thing. One, I don't like the handling on Fat Boys in general. I don't like a bike that like fights you in corners. I like something that you can feel very confident in, and like you lean it, you know exactly what it's gonna do. This one's kind of like surprise, you're going back straight and into a bush. So I don't really like that about the Fat Boys in general. The other thing I don't like is the seat on here, which is changeable for sure. this is a great bike for somebody who likes to go in a straight line.
That's
It's not
fair.
a great bike for somebody who wants to go around corners and like, you know, like where we are seeing the most beautiful places in America that like have windy, twisty roads and, you know, have fun doing it. I think fun is subjective to each individual. Like, Neek, she loved this bike and was having a great time on it. I think this is made for very specific people that know how to like kind of fight a bike and win like that. I don't have time for that. I want something that like it just gets me, I get it, and go. That's how I ride. So
Fair
this
enough.
bike would not be for me. But it's a good bike in general. Just I think it has very specific people that it's for.
Fair enough. And Jerry, you with us yet? All right. So if Jerry has taken the unique path and just doesn't exist anymore, that's cool. Well,
You must have bought a competitor model headset.
we'll catch up with him towards the end of the ride, but let's go a little bit further and see how we're feeling on these. So we'll be back. All right, guys. So got a few miles more on this Lowrider ST. I stand by. I would definitely put forward controls on this. Probably not a bike I would buy still though, and not because it's a bad bike. I like this bike. It feels good. We were just talking about this. My issue would be it's not different enough from what I already have in my garage. So this is basically just a baby bagger. And I don't feel like it's removed enough from my Road Glide where it would make sense to have this and the Road Glide. If I was getting rid of the Road Glide and wanted to downsize a little bit, then this would make sense. But that and, between this and the Sportster, it's not different enough. So it would almost be redundant, and I would have a hard time like getting on board with that. Overall though, I mean, it's a fun bike. Dave, how you feeling on yours now?
Yeah, I love this thing, man. If I was to get another bike, it would probably be this. Obviously, it's not to go for long rides, like, all day or multi-day rides, but heck yeah, man. This thing wants to move. It does not want to go slow, and it has got a lot of great response. I actually like the seat. I like the position I'm mostly in. The only thing I'd change right away is the handlebar position. I like to be up a little higher, but aside from that, let's giddy up and go.
So if you had to pick between that and the Pan Am ST, which one are you going with?
I'd go with this. I like the Pan Am ST, and it's got a lot more response, but man, this thing just wants to go. I can see myself in this thing.
There you go. So you heard that one first. Kyle, what about you? How you liking that Fat Boy now?
My opinion still is the same. It's not for me. It's not a bad bike in general. It's just not my riding style. There are some things I do really like about it. So the handlebars actually on this are strangely something I really like. And I'm never one to keep stock handlebars. I always have to change them.
Yeah, those beach bars are just, I don't know why, but those beach bars feel good.
Yeah, it feels like you have good control for input when you need to put input in. So then once you get the balance and dance of how the fat tire responds, it does encourage you to really push it in there and gives you good leverage. Another thing I found that I didn't really care for too is this is one of those bikes that you feel like you're sitting on top of and not in. And I feel like for me personally, I need to be sitting inside of a motorcycle, for security reasons or something. But
yeah, I had that feeling on that bike too. And even this Lowrider ST, I feel more in this bike than I did on that Fat Boy.
Yeah. It's a decent bike. I would love to take this on a highway and just do 80 down the highway in a straight line, but outside of that, or bar hopping and stuff like that. Outside of that, it would probably just collect dust in my garage, but I can tell where its fan base comes from and what type of people really like this bike, and I'm not gonna crap on it. It's not a bad bike. It's just not my bike, so.
Cool. And Jerry and Anik are still MIA communication wise, so we'll catch up with them later, but Jerry is alive now. Hi, Jerry.
Oh, hi, Jerry.
Jerry, how are you liking that Pan Am ST, and how does it compare to your old Pan Am Special?
To be fair, I really can't. I'm not going to get into the ergonomics and all that too much because my bike was perfect. It was set up, for me over time. This bike is comfy. The way it is now, except the foot pegs are a little bit high. It's the same amazing power plant. It's a fun bike, and if you're looking for something, I think it's definitely worth a second look. But I'm a fan, so
very cool. All right, well, we're gonna get down the road some more. We'll catch up with you guys. We just got on a bigger road. We were able to open up a bit, and this Lowrider ST, it does not protest when you get on the throttle. It just straight wants to go, and it feels good. Like for sure, I am definitely digging this. I know Dave is loving his bike as well. Like. Yep. This is a fun bike, it really is. Even without the 131, when you're going to stock 117, this is still a fun bike by all accounts. So this bike has power for days. Like, I'm not even in 6th gear, I'm bumming around between 4 and 5. I give it throttle, I give it the usual throttle, and this thing just cracks wide open. And then I'm like, oh, I wonder, give it a little bit more, and it's like, all right, and just fires off. Like, this thing knows how to move, man. This is a cool bike. I dig this. And yeah, I've been riding it for a little while. Like I said, got that bullfrog thing going. Honestly, not as uncomfortable as I expected. Even like for the riding we're doing right now, I thought I would start to get sore now. We've actually hit a few bumps. Suspension's handled it well. I forgot how fun this bike is. It is pretty damn impressive. And again, last time we had the 131. This is the 117. I've got it in sport mode, and it delivers. It is fantastic. I am really digging this bike. We just got to our locale. We're going to be swapping up again, but let's talk to everyone about how they like their bikes. Dave, you had the breakout. What's your overall feeling on this?
That's fun. This thing is super, super fun. If there was any other bike that I was going to get right now, that's it for like, not going super far, cafe racer style, but like, holy smokes, this thing does not want to go slow. Loved it.
And once again, like if you had to choose between this and the Pan America, which I know you really dug, which would you go for?
Pan America's great, and this is not putting the Pan America down at all, but I would definitely go with this. 100% down.
That is like, I don't feel like enough people talk about the breakout, so it's really cool to like get on one, and it's great to have like feedback like this.
It was a lot easier to turn or make turns with this than the Fat Boy too, so I like this setup way better than the Fat Boy.
Nice. All right, well, let's move on. Jerry, Pan America, bike you're not a stranger to. How'd you feel about that ST?
It's Pan America. I mean, I like it. It's fast. I mean, you guys didn't even have to switch gears. It's just
fantastic. Easy enough. All right, Kyle, how'd you like that Fat Boy?
As I'm picking eye goop out of my eye.
There you go. How'd you like the Fat Boy?
Not for me. It's a good bike for people that want to go straight lines and book it. I like a bike that it responds more natural to you. It's a little bit more like, you don't have to put a lot of effort into it. It doesn't bite you in corners. I see why people love that bike. It's just not for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So now we got Anik, who is on the biggest Harley she has ever ridden before. How did you like that Road Glide CVO?
Well, number one, I still hold true that I don't think it should be MotoGP racing, but I totally get it. Like, I totally get it now, which is, this thing is so ridiculously comfortable and easy to ride. Obviously, I had a little bit of problems reaching the ground maneuvering in the parking lot, mainly getting like the kickstand up. But once you get going, it's just like, it's unbelievable. And this front fairing is hilarious because it's like, I can just see, you just trust the road is there and the bike is just doing all the work. So you feel like a superstar riding it.
Nice.
It's great.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So when are you buying one?
Can't hear you.
That dude is literally riding with no tire.
Oh my God.
He's on the rim. Well, yeah, so there you go. We're going to swap up one more time, and that's what we got for this review. So, yeah, just talking about the Lowrider ST. I've said it before, I said it again. It's a good bike. I would definitely make some changes on it if I was personally riding it. And one of the things I just don't care for are, like, clamshell bags. But that's a matter of preference, and I know that those can also be swapped, so that's not a big deal either. As Jerry had mentioned before, like the air like dam thing, much smaller and tighter to the engine this year, so it's much easier to ride. You're not banging your knee against that as much as like previous years. I do like the updated controls. I think that really does make a difference. I love having that analog gauge for sure. That's something that I just personally dig. So overall, this is a great bike. I get why so many people like this bike. If I didn't have a Road Glide, this is something I would definitely consider putting in my garage. That's what I've got. What do you got? Throw it in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share this video with friends, share it with family. One more time, share it with that person who's looking for different feedback and input on a new Harley. We're going through 5 of them right now. Maybe this will help them. Loves the stuff, trust me. See y'all on the flip side.